president in an election that was adjudged free and fair. But those of us who were in the student movement in those days, we did not even participate in the election because we knew the military under Babangida had no intention of handing over power to anybody. But the moment they annulled the election, we took a position to defend democracy because we wanted to drive the military out of power. Abiola's house is less than 1 kilometer from here. In those days, that is where we used to sleep and wake up until we drove the military out of power. But sadly today, those people who were against democracy, who were against June 12, are the ones in power in Nigeria. Well, maybe the man who rigged himself into office now will say he fought for democracy. But the conversation is not about what he did and what he didn't do for today. Because most of them who claimed they were fighting for democracy actually ran away from the fight. We were the ones, as young people, who stood behind and fought the military until the military left power. Babangida dared us, and we kicked him out of power. But 30 years later, you cannot say today that we have democracy. What we have now, nobody can define it as democracy. What we have now is sorrowcracy. That is government of sorrow for people who are always cheated out of their dividends of democracy. Tinubu came, he hasn't even lasted 2 weeks. Two things were of concern to him: how to punish the poor. And who are the poor? The same people who had always been cheated out of the Commonwealth of Nigeria. They removed fuel subsidy. I had the audacity to say this morning, I've not listened to his speech, that our people have been asked again to make some little sacrifices. I mean, how many sacrifices do you want from us? Especially when his friends, the rich, are getting richer on a daily basis, and the poor are getting poorer on a daily basis. That is no more sacrifice that our people can offer. But the reason why they did that was because they don't want you to enjoy any democracy. As far as they are concerned, the only democracy that is acceptable to them is democracy that puts them permanently in power. And that is why today when I woke up, I didn't feel good, because I looked at it and said to myself, the people who are going to Abiola's house today, as usual, are the people who fought against democracy, or those who did not fight any fight for any kind of democracy, but they want to benefit from it. I heard that Omoyele Sowore is going to lead a march to Abiola's house today. I was a student in this country, and I think Sowore is about my age. I never heard that Sowore participated in any protest during the June 12 era. I doubt it. But all of them, as the opportunists that they are, that's why I woke up this morning and called them. Today is the National Day for opportunists in Nigeria, NOD. And they are all going to head to Abiola's house. I would have loved us to even take a walk to the place. But that's up to you, the organizers. The second thing Tinubu did was to talk about how to fight to restore oil exploration in Niger Delta region. Because those are the only things that concerns them. Nobody is talking about how to end Boko Haram. He's not talking about how to end banditry. It is how to export the Lagos model of democracy to Abuja and nationalize it, which is this agberocracy that they do in Lagos. So I want to say this to so many of you, because I've been hearing this from the grapevine, that Yoruba people are saying, this is our turn, whether he rigged the election or not. Since your people have been doing democracy of the warped type, Yoruba land has never progressed. Yoruba can only progress when you have the right people in